Everything's okay. You're doing great. Just take a deep breath and a minute for yourself. Everything's okay. You're showing up, and that's the most important thing. You care about people, and you love their flaws, because that's what makes them human. Lovable, imperfect, dynamic, loved by you. So where's your love for who you are? You're just as lovable, imperfect, dynamic, and loved by them. You are enough. Let the standards go. Breathe in. Take a minute. Everything's okay. You're doing great. For some reason this week, I've been waking up really early. And normally when that happens, I take the opportunity by the horns and have a little time for myself. And this week, that included getting out of bed, sneaking into the kitchen, making a cup of coffee, sneaking back into bed, and getting all cozy and basically doom scrolling Instagram and Pinterest for about an hour. And I thought I was, having time to myself, but really I think I was just anxious, and it was a little bit of a cry for help. But on the third or fourth day that this happened, I came across a poem on Pinterest. The poem is by Michaela Angermeyer and is called "You're Not in Trouble, No One's Mad at You." And I stopped to read it, and all of a sudden something clicked. And then I think on the same day I came across an interview from Faye Plunkett, who is this lovely, bright burst of sunshine on Instagram. And she said the most important relationship you can have is the one that you have with yourself. And in that moment I thought, whoa, righty. We need to stop all of this and give ourselves a little bit of a pep talk. So here's the beginning of the story. A couple of months ago, Florian and I decided to book flights to Barbados. And I was really excited. And I am still really excited. But the last few weeks have been a nerve fest. And I don't really know why. It wasn't really until this week that I realized how much of those last couple of weeks have been pickled with control. And control and I have history. We're old friends. And I think it was about 2 years ago that I really realized for the first time how much of my life I tried to control. And since then, I've been doing my best to close the door on control and live my life more freely. But control has had a way of sneaking into my life in various ways, and that's happened in the last couple of weeks. But it's been under the disguise of motivation, preparation, organization. I've always been somebody who loves to plan. I like to make a Google Maps list of loads of places that I want to visit. And I've been doing it a little bit too much these last few weeks. I've been making lists. I've been making sure that I have an extra bikini because I want to feel my best. I've been finding more summer clothes because I want them to fit me better. And I've really just been running myself ragged all over the place. And it was only when I read that poem that I realized why. For some reason, I feel like if not everything's in the right place, if I've forgotten something or if something goes wrong, I don't know, at the airport or the Airbnb isn't perfect, that it's going to be a horrible holiday. And I'm not sure why that is, but I remember in the past, I could get myself worked up into such a frenzy if I don't know, didn't bring the right kind of SPF, or it was an SPF that was sensory-wise just a nightmare. And I would send myself into a bit of a spiral. And I know it sounds silly because the logical part of my head knows that life doesn't work that way. But in actual fact, it made me realize that I'm still talking to myself in a way that I would not talk to my friends. And actually, although it's a cliche, if we don't love ourselves, we're not going to be able to love others. Because if we can't give ourselves the right type of love that we would give other people, then we're just running on empty when it comes to providing that for our loved ones. We're not able to actually measure how much we have to give if we haven't already given ourselves that love. Golly, I wish it was easier. I wish I was just chill, you know? Just a chill person. That'd be real nice. I'm really proud of myself for going to the gym today. And I'm just cringing inside even saying that I'm proud of myself out loud. I don't like the feeling, and that's the whole point. I have some grapefruits in the fridge. This is just a separate point. They're getting a bit squishy. So I made some freshly squeezed grapefruit juice, and I'm going to make a cocktail, because when life gives you grapefruits, you make a salty dog. The cocktail is called a salty dog. Okay, yes, I'm making it. You know, there were a few more things I wanted to say that I'd planned to say, but I don't think I'm going to say any of them because I think I said everything this morning. When you learn to talk to yourself with love, then everything else becomes easier. You don't rely so much on screens, you don't rely so much on anything that's got an addictive quality, and you end up taking time for yourself and bending with what life has in store for you. But if I can say I am enough and I'm doing good, I'm doing my best, and everything's going to be okay, then as uncomfortable as that makes me feel, you can also say it to yourself. And just know if you cringe, I'm right there with you. And of course, I want to bend better with this beautiful wave of life. But actually, I think just the discovery and the realization that it's something I want to get better at is enough. Yeah. I think next time I put a little less salt on the rim. See ya.